What's going on, people? Myke C-Town here with another Dead in Hip Hop solo album review, and today I'm talking about the new album from Onry Ozzborn entitled Nervous Hand. For those of you that don't know, Onry Ozzborn is a Seattle MC. I got put onto him a long time ago through his other group, Grayskull, which I love. And since then, he's dropped quite a few solo projects, as well as some other group projects, including Dark Time Sunshine, Aurora, The Gigantics, Norman, etc. And whenever he drops something, at the very least, I have to give it a listen, and I always find myself enjoying it. When I started seeing the promo stuff for this new album, I was instantly intrigued. The cover art had me expecting a really dark and moody album that delivered mainly on the gothier sounds that Onry's used throughout his career, but I was actually surprised to be incorrect here. Now, this album starts off with the title track, Nervous Hand, which has a really dark beat that actually sounds really menacing to me. It has some sporadic drums and this really nice bass sound. It gives the song such a creepy atmosphere to it. And as always, Onry flows over this shit effortlessly. And I've talked about Onry on my channel before, and what I always say is how underrated this dude's flow is. He has such a dope way of riding the beat, and it's almost this laid back style, but with a whole lot of character, and it's really understated, so you have to pay attention. And this song is a prime example of that. But the next song, Bummer, that's where it got interesting. This song is a bit different. It's more upbeat, it has this almost playful production, and Onry's flow definitely changes to suit this very nicely. And I love the end of the first verse a lot. Fisherman's Wharf to Red Dwarfs, we're gathering the unknown just to pass time and prove that we prevalent in these bones, like Johnny and his mans in them, sweeping the leg of every single unicorn and dragon that we condemn. I also really like the way the hook flows. It gets stuck in your head really easily, and it goes very nicely with the beat. The next Jump Out track is probably my favorite song on the whole album, and that's Holy Moly. And it's a really nice beat with these almost electric bass sounds that are really infectious. It's easily the most memorable beat on the album, and because of what he does with the hook over the beat, it gets stuck in your head so easily. This might not be for you, so piss off. The song also features his daughter Violet doing this kablam part on the hook that's a really nice accent. And this bar was really nice. Out the village and this pub, you 86 now, so get out or peel out. It's your choice, like Drez said, so head down, no chin up, just in voice. The next song, Pretty Much, was another of the standout tracks from this album. It's another upbeat beat with some bouncy synth sounds and a fast drum break. And I typically love Onry's really dark, monotone, depressing sound. Like, that's what really got me into his music. But he does this energetic sound so well too. Like, this song is really dope, and I loved the Everyday Struggle bar. We caught an early worm to prog, and I talked Disco Control's fucking ear off. Could it have just been my cup of joe ranting, or was it my academics that threw my algorithm off landing? And again, another extremely infectious hook on this track. The album leaves us on a high mark with How Should I Say This, a great textured beat with some really high energy drums, and Onry's flow here is fantastic. I like how he actually plays with different flows here. You know, he makes this kind of shit sound so seamless, especially on beats like this, where other rappers might not even be able to find a pocket, but Onry does it like it's nothing, and it's really dope. The song leaves a nice taste in your mouth walking away from this album. Overall, I really like this record. There's not a single song on here that I would take off. Everything from song to song was really enjoyable. And I think it's a bit of a different sound for Onry, and I think it's one of his most diverse records. You know, there are some sounds from this that he used on his last release, Black Phillip. Mainly I'm referring to the upbeat production, but it was only a few tracks on that project. Not as many as on this one, because that album was a lot darker. And this one offers more of a mix of the darker, more somber sounds that we're used to with Onry, but mixed in with the more upbeat sounds that I think Onry sounds really good on. And the flow of the tracks work really well here. The songs move into each other quite nicely. Even the transition from the darker songs to the lighter ones and back work really well. And what Onry has perfected here is the art of permeating your brain. These catchy hooks, memorable bars, easily identifiable songs with specific moods and tones. For me, that's a recipe for a great rap album, and this is definitely that. And Onry Ozzborn can be rather heavy with the concepts, and he can totally fly over my head with the meanings of his songs a lot. So there may be some overarching story to this album that I just missed, but what I get is a well-planned, well-executed, very cohesive rap album that's actually a fun listen while still delivering on those moody tones that Onry's so good at. Listen, 2018 is shaping up to be an amazing year for music, especially indie rap, and this is easily one of the best projects that I've heard this year. So that's it for this review. If you have heard this album, make sure you drop some comments down there and let me know what you thought of it. If you have not heard this album, the link to check it out is down there. Go give it a shot and then come back and let me know what you think. And yeah, as usual, thank you for living, thank you for loving, thank you for being you. And I'll see you guys next time. All right? Peace out, boy.